Hi guys, and welcome back to Bareham Engines. So, this is our catalogue here. This is an Ultra Parts catalogue. Ultra is fortunately down the road from us and they stock valves for God knows what, everything. So what we want to do is, first of all, I want to find an inlet valve that's a 37mm head, a 7mm stem, because that's what the stems measure, 7mm, okay? And we want to find one that's well over what the original one is. So anything over about 105mm is fine, because then by the time we've lopped it off, we've lopped off the end bit of the valve, the new valve, with the old collet grooves in, so we can do away with them. So I've had a look through this catalogue already, and I've marked one here. It's an inlet valve, so it's the right material. It's 37mm head, which is fine, 7mm stem, and 108.4 long, and it's a single groove collet, so we can lock that off and that'll be gone anyway. That's the part number of the valve, and if we have a look over here, it's for a Citroen Peugeot, something like that. So I'm going to go and have a look at those in the morning, providing the head design. So I'm on about this bit here and underneath here, providing that looks all okay. I'm going to, if they've got them in stock, I'm going to order those. Exhaust, I found one here, which is 31.3 head diameter. Now, 0.3 may be slightly too big, but we can always trim that down. We can trim that down and then put our own 45-degree face on there and get the height of the valve as we want it. So it's 7mm stem, which is ideal, and it's 111.7 long, so that's great. It's a triple collet there, but that's 111.7. By the time we've got it to the correct height, those collet grooves will be gone anyway, so we can put our own in. So they're also out of a Citroen Peugeot. That's the part number. So I'm going to see if they've got them. I'm going to obviously the same again, just check that the head design all looks fine, and then get those on order. I'm just on my way down to Ultra Parts now to pick up the valves for Carlos's Renault 5. Looks like they've got them in stock. So hopefully sometime today should be getting the valve seat inserts and we can crack on with that cylinder head. It's Friday, guys. Do apologise. Didn't manage to put a video on yesterday because I weren't very well, so I went home a bit early. But it's an exciting weekend for us. It's the track day. So we've got the track day on Sunday with the kit car down at Perranporth. The one that we was meant to have last month, but one, the weather was absolutely terrible, and two, the father-in-law who loves coming with us was not very well, so we decided not to bother. But they very kindly forwarded our reservation to this month, so it didn't cost us any more. So we should be heading down there tomorrow. We've booked the hotel down by Newquay, so we'll be heading down there tomorrow late afternoon, alongside James from Chops Garage. He's going to be taking his little Suzuki Swift. Promises us that all we're going to be seeing on Sunday is the back of his car, but very much doubt that. I'm not sure what the weather's going to be like. I'm sure he's going to have a bit more of a pleasant time than us because he's got a roof and we haven't. But hopefully, if the gods are with us, we're going to have a bit of sunshine. So just been over to Ultra Parts, picked up a box of stuff. Looks like John's been ordering a load of gaskets and what have you as well. Got the valves here. I shall open those as soon as we get back. I've also been to Halfords and bought some cheeky tools. To be honest with you, the Halfords advanced stuff is pretty good. So we got some Torx, some hex handle sets. We've also got some of those ratchet spanners. Really good they are. The only reason I bought them from Halfords is because I'm struggling to get them from Snap-on. But to be honest with you, the Halford stuff's pretty good, and it's a lifetime guarantee, so why not? So here's the valves for Carlos's cylinder head, and here it is. See, we've got two of the new ones. We've just put them in place for the minute. Obviously, as you can see, the inlet is sitting high because it's sitting outside the seat. We've got to put them in and trim them down a bit. Looking at the looking at the inside, it's the sort of right shape really. If you look at it compared to the old ones, you see they are quite a lot bigger. And we've got, as I planned, we've got about 1 mil gap in between both of them. So hopefully, once we've got our inserts in, which haven't arrived today, unfortunately, we should be able to get them at the right heights, and that'll be perfect. Also, what I did notice is the stems, although they say they're a 7 mil stem on the Renaults, the stem actually measures on the old valves 6.95, which is about 2 thou smaller than 7 mil. Whereas the new ones actually measure 7 mil, and that makes them a perfect fit into these guides. So that's a plus. Now, if we turn it over, as you can see, they're way longer than the old ones, and the collet grooves compared to the old ones are quite a lot further up. So by the time we trim the top off these valves and get them at the correct height, we're going to have done away with the old grooves, and then we're going to be able to put the grooves in wherever we want, and that is perfect, just what we want. So I think next step is wait for those inserts, or we're going to set it up, dig the old inserts out and rough it out for the sizes on the new inserts, and then wait for those inserts to come in. So it's towards the end of the day now, and I've got to whip over and borrow our friend's trailer to load the kit car on. As you can see, it's fairly wet out there. The heavens have just stopped from opening, and the sun's come out very slightly, but I hope to God it's not like this on Sunday. Otherwise, it's going to be like a little bathtub in that kit car. But I think what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to wear my motorcycle waterproof gear, put my helmet on, and just enjoy it, and try not to stuff it in. But we're obviously going to be doing a video on that track day, guys. As I said, we've got the GoPro set up there, and yeah, show you some footage of us going round, and hopefully have a little bit of footage of James in front of us from Chop's garage. But I shouldn't think for 1 minute there's going to be much of it, because he's going to spend most of his time behind us, except for when we lap him. So this is the 4.2 Jag block. So we bored it, we faced it. Carlos has spent a lot of time yesterday cleaning it, soda blasting it, and he's given it a good lick of paint. And this thing is looking fresh. We've had all the plugs out of the main oil gallery. We've had all the core plugs out. We give it an absolute thorough wash. It was a hell of a state inside the water jacket. But as you can see, that's looking lovely now. So the crank's ground, the block's bored. John is, I think he's in the process of doing the cylinder head. He's cleaned the chambers up and what have you. We've got to do the seats and face the valves and skim the head and what have you. And then he's got the lovely job of doing the valve clearances, and then the head's done. So we're cracking on with that one. Right, so I've set the Renault head up, and first things first, when we're putting bigger inserts in, is we've got to get the old inserts out. So what I do is we've got a straight flat cutter in there, is what we get it out with, the old one. We've got to machine it out, and what I do is I set the cutter probably about 1/4 mil inside the old cutter, inside the old insert. And what that does is when you machine down to the base, it breaks the base out, leaves 1/4 mil of old insert in, and that just peels out afterwards, and then you're left with the raw aluminium of the head. So we'll get these two out, that process, and then I'll show you what to do next. So I've just machined down this exhaust seat, and as you can see, we've hit the bottom, and you can see it's started to peel out there. So if yeah, there you go. It all just comes out. The rest of it's just peeled out, and you can see in there where it's just started to actually kiss the aluminium on the outside. So, and there you see it hasn't. So that's out, perfect. I'm going to get this one out the same, and obviously all the rest. And then what I'm going to do is I'll wait until the new inserts turn up, and I normally measure them accurately just in case there's no variation to what it says on the chart to what they actually measure. And then what I normally do is set the cutter up about 1 millimetre less than the diameter of the new insert, and obviously check the depth, and I cut down to the correct depth at that, and then I know when I do the finished cut I've only got to remove about 0.5 mil per side of material to fit that insert in there. It's just so when we do a final cut we're not removing too much material and it forces the cutter off, because if it does that you're going to be sort of running into your 6-hour interference, and it can go in too sloppy. So that'll be the next process. So unfortunately guys, it looks like there's going to have to be a part 3 of the Renault cylinder head, because as I say, we're still waiting for those inserts. Now Carlos has just gone down the road to pick the trailer up. It's 4:15. I've got to get home tonight because my missus is working and I've got to have the kids. So we're going to get this car loaded up quickly on the trailer in here, tied down, all ready for tomorrow afternoon to go for the track day. Well, thanks ever so much for watching guys. Please smash that subscribe button, comment down below, and we will see you in another one. Take care guys, have a good weekend.